Hello! Please take a second to wish me a happy birthday. Today, I am 27 years old. Today being January 2nd, which is when this video is getting uploaded. If you're watching it after, give me a belated happy birthday, please. Yeah, I'm 27 years old now, which I feel is a little old, but still very young at the same time. Regardless, now that I'm 27, I'm definitely older and wiser than I was when I was 25, 26, all right? And I wanted to take some time to think about if I was 19, 18, 20 again, if I could tell my younger self or what I wish someone would have told me back then. I thought about those things and now I'm going to give it to you. Hopefully this reaches somebody that is of that age, or even if you're past that age. You can learn things from anybody at any age is what I believe. So here we go. I got a list of it that I've categorized into different categories. We're gonna go through it. The first category is health and wellness, because health is number one. Without good health, nothing else really matters in life. So when it comes to health, what do I think? I have recently really discovered our bodies are resilient, but not invincible. I've been injured a lot in the last year, which has never really happened before. It's something new to me. It's eye-opening for sure. They say that Father Time always wins. Father Time catches everybody, unless you're LeBron James.
James on the drive. Team 13, Portland back in front. LeBron turned his corner inside.
Yeah, it's starting to affect me, unfortunately. What I've realized is like I cannot just skip my warm-ups, skip the stretches. You gotta stretch every day, man. It starts young. It's gonna creep up on you very quickly, especially when you enter the workforce and you start to get older. You wanna make it a habit of stretching and warming up, because eventually you're gonna have to do it. You wanna build that foundation as young as you can rather than start worrying about it when it's low-key a little too late. I mean, that's just like injuries part of it, but anything else, okay? So it leads into this next point, is sleep is one of the most important things that you can do for your health. This is something that is also probably the easiest thing that you can neglect, I feel like. I think it's nutrition and sleep is the two easiest things that you can neglect. I was neglecting sleep a lot throughout my early 20s, and I try to live with no regrets. I try not to regret anything. It is something I wish I would have done differently. There was a lot of other things that I prioritized over my sleep, and my sleep suffered because of that, and I feel like, I'm not heavily affected. I wish I would have made a better habit of my sleep then, so that I don't have to like work to make this a habit now, okay? Because the older you get, the harder it is to make habits stick, I swear. But sleep. Get your 8 hours. It's the best thing that you can do for your recovery and your health, just like LeBron James. My man sleeps however many hours he says he sleeps. That's why he's able to do what he does at 57 years old. That's going into 25 here, my 27th year. I'm focusing on sleep. I'm not trying to stay up late for this, and that. I'm trying to prioritize my sleep so that I can just perform well. I was looking at some of the reasons, like some other things that are holding me back from my health and my fullest potential. I would say this other thing health-wise is that drugs are not worth it. I kind of say that with like a heavy heart, because drugs have taken certain friends away from me. Not necessarily in a way of death, but just it ruins people's lives, bro. It doesn't only affect you, but it affects others that care about you. Whatever feelings that it gives you or whatever it helps you escape from, it's not worth it, man. It's better to just tackle those things head on, fight through it mentally, emotionally, whatever it is, and like, damn, sorry, bro. It does not make you cool, I promise you. The cons here heavily outweigh the pros. There's certain things that you can do in moderation probably, but you definitely gotta really be in control of that one. Do not let it kind of take over. You probably shouldn't even get into it, to be honest with you. It's better if you don't get into it. Shit, man. If I go back to my younger self, I'd say chill out, is what I say. All right, moving on here. Kind of talked about it earlier, right? But now it's relationships and people. I saw some stat sometime a little bit ago, and it says your health at like 80 is largely affected by how your relationships are at like 50. Something like that. Basically, like your social health plays a big part in just your overall health later down in life. In this category of things, I would say that, you gotta choose your friends wisely. We've all heard the saying that like you are just like the 5 people that you spend the most amount of time with. That is honestly really true. When I look back on it, I'm like, dang, there's certain periods of my life that I'm more proud of than others. And in those periods of my life that I wasn't too proud of, I was spending time with a different group of people than I was in moments that I was proud of. You don't realize it sometimes in the moment, but you gotta sit there and think and reflect, like who's around me, notice others' behaviors on how they treat you or what type of stuff that they're getting you into. And is this beneficial for your life? Is this what you really want? Is this conducive to a better life? And you gotta be able to recognize like who's really here for you, who really loves you, and who's potentially fake. You gotta be able to observe and know these things. Who's really down with it for you? That's like a whole separate thing, but choose your friends wisely. Make sure they're good people around you. Make sure they're solid, all right? And just kind of be cautious of everyone. The other thing that I realized too when I look back is that love should not be rushed. Why I say this is because like back then I thought I was in love, or like I was in love, I guess. But back then I thought I was gonna be with this person forever. That wasn't the case. Well, in the moment you'd think so, right? I also see a lot of my friends and like different people, they're just rushing these things. But like, well, why are we all in a rush for? And usually it ends up badly. Just from personal experience and from observation, I think that's something that shouldn't be rushed, because it is like the most important decision you make in your life, because essentially besides yourself, that's going to be the person that you spend the most time with for the rest of your life. Your friends, your family, your siblings, they're all going to slowly drift away from you. You're going to spend less time with them. But the person you spend the most time with is going to be your partner. Okay, so that is not something that should be rushed. Just take your time, cool down, really feel it out, understand them, what they want in life, what you want in life, and see, does this really work? Like, am I compatible with this person, etc. The next category here is money. Besides your own health and your relationships with others, money is the other thing that we need in life as just a resource to stay alive and have a better quality of life. In this category, what I think I would have wished was that someone should have fucking beat my ass and made me save earlier. Because in my earlier years, I was not saving money whatsoever. I was just spending it willy-nilly as soon as it came. Now that I am saving and investing and whatnot, and I see the power and the benefits of it, I was like, dang, I should have started this earlier. And especially when it comes to investing, you talk to any old person, bro, no matter how rich they are, they're gonna tell you like the one thing that you got on them is time. If we're not taking advantage of that time, saving and investing early, then we're not taking full advantage of what we can. Go look about it. Go learn. The earlier you start, the better it is, and it has like literal exponential benefits and advantages the earlier you start. Whoever you are, start fucking yesterday. Along with that is just financial literacy in general. My parents did the best that they could, knowing what they know, but they don't know everything. There's just some things that they can't transfer to me because they don't even have it. And then at school, they don't teach you everything, especially about making money. There's just some things that you gotta go out and learn on your own, and financial literacy is one of them. I wish I would have learned about it earlier. I didn't learn it too late, right? I started kind of at like 21, started learning about it. So I guess I was in my early 20s. But even then, if I was 18, I wish I would have learned about it then. The moment you start to make some money, or like get to the age where you can make money, around 16, I think that's when we should start like looking at this, because the younger you can shift your mindset on money, the better. But the difference between 16 and 21 is 5 years, and that's a lot of time, and you can make money in those years. The earlier you learn it, the better. And then the earlier you save and invest and try to make money, the better in the long run. The next one here is just more of like a life perspective, kind of how I would like to view life. Back then, like I heard it, I wasn't really listening, I didn't understand it too hard, but it's, you gotta take the risks. And whatever that means, man, whatever you're scared to do, fucking do it. Because once you do it, you realize like it probably wasn't that bad in the first place. At least once you do it, then you know like how it turns out, right? You don't ever have to sit there and wonder like, what if I had done this? Or I should have tried that, blah, 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 blah. Just fucking do it. And I'm not even really speaking out of like, oh, this is what I should have done, right? It's just like, there's some things where like I was debating whether I should do that or not, and I did it, and I'm so glad that I did it. But I know there's part of me that could have just like not did it, or there's people in a situation where they choose not to do it, and I see that, and I'm just like, you just gotta do it, man. Just take that risk, do that thing, make that jump. Another thing here is, along with this risk, it's just like, you don't want to think about it later on and be like, what if? How would that have worked out, right? Just go figure it out, bro. Just go do it and then see it for yourself how this is gonna turn out, and you don't have to wonder about it. The only things you regret is the things that you don't do, so just fucking do it. The other thing here, I fully did this, but like I'm just thinking about it, and I keep wanting to do this, but traveling. Bro, I love to fucking travel, and this is one of those things. When I was 21, I had the opportunity to go study abroad for 5 months in Singapore. I almost didn't because it was a lot of money. 5 months out of your college time is a lot of time, but I did it, and my parents allowed me to do it. They empowered me to do it, and I did it, and literally to this day, it's just one of my most favorite periods of my life and some of my most favorite memories. And I'm just like, dang, I wonder how crazy different life would have been if I had not done that. And it's like, life probably wouldn't have been crazier, but I wouldn't have gotten to have the experiences that I got and the memories that I made. That would just be really sad knowing what I know now. So I'm glad I did that. Fortunately for me too, now that I'm in adult life, I realize like, yo, likely I'll never have the opportunity to be that carefree again, right? Like, even if you're an adult and you're rich, let's say, and you have the time, the flexibility, the freedom. Bro, I was a student, young, full of energy, resilient as hell, had all the time in the world, zero responsibilities. That's like peak time for you to do something like that. Even later on in life, like if I'm uber rich and I do something like that, like, bro, I'm gonna have kids, or I'm gonna have a wife, or my parents are gonna be old and sick, and there's just gonna be other factors that you don't really think about that is not gonna allow you to do that, even if you have the financial resources to do that. For me, I think you gotta travel while you're still young, because sometimes it's not you, it's not just the money or the time or the energy that you have, but it's like other external factors in your life that wasn't there when you were younger. That's just not something you can control. So shit, travel while you're young, man, while you can, because that opportunity doesn't seem to come around again, from what I've noticed from like older adults. Another thing is that you have a lot of time, but you don't have forever. When I think back on it, when I was like 20, 21, I was like grinding still for sure, but I was like, bro, I have hella time. I'm not worried right now about no fucking time. I'm 20, bro, I'm chilling. Quick as hell, bro. I'm 27, bro. Looking back, I still remember 21 so vividly. That was 6 years ago. That's crazy. That's nuts. I remember where I was when I was 18, bro. When I was in California, the Cavs were coming back from 3-1. I remember that so vividly, but that was literally 8 years ago. So very fucking quick. So it's like, yes, you have time, but you don't got forever. You got to find the balance here in life of between like patience and urgency. Things don't come that quick in the moment when you're going through it, so you got to be patient. But when you look back, time flew fucking by. And that's why you gotta have some urgency in your life and just take care of things. Start doing things little by little every single day. Your life right now is actually a reflection of the choices you made 3, 4, 5 years ago. You don't want to sit at 30 and be like, shit, I should have did this at 25. You want to be at 25 thinking about like, I gotta do this right now for 30. You gotta drive your own life. Being an Asian, growing up Asian, there's just kind of a predetermined route for you by your parents, I feel like, as immigrants. And they're like, you know, we moved to this country, so you have this certain life and you gotta do this thing that we didn't get the opportunity to do, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, yeah, I'll do that shit, I guess. Or like, yes, you give me the opportunity to do this, but like, you don't even realize that there's like even more opportunities for me to do. Like, you know, this is not the opportunity that I want to do. I want to do something else, whatever it is. There's like that example that's very basic. I think that's just like the most basic example, because that's like how a lot of people spend their time, is like focusing on their careers and whatnot. With anything, your health, your relationships, your career, all of it is your life, and you gotta be the driver of that, and you gotta, you know, take control. Don't let others write your story for you, bro. You are the author of your own life, so you guys gotta take it by the fucking balls and create your own life. Do whatever it is you want to do. Just build your own life, bro. Basically, just make your own choices. Okay, don't listen to other people. Don't rely on others. Think about what you want, what you gotta do to get what you want, and then go fucking do it. Drive your own life. This last category is kind of a mindset, which is, I mean, similar to like this last category and like how you look at life. Mindset wise, you really got to think long term. Earlier, like I said, what your life is looking like right now is a reflection of the choices you made X amount of years ago. And we always look back and it's like, damn, I was so stupid. I should have did this. This is happening because of this back then. Okay. Like that's just going to be a reoccurring thing, bro. So like right now, today, you got to sit here and think about what you want 5 years from now, what you want 10 years from now, what you want 20 years from now, what you want 30 years from now. Rome wasn't built in a day. Over that period of time, it's gonna fly by. So you got to think about like what seeds that you can plant today that's gonna create a tree or a fruit later on in life. Okay, you always got to be thinking about that. And if you think you're already thinking long term, think fucking longer. Because when I was 20, I was thinking like, I am thinking long term, bro. Like blah blah blah, like 2-3 years. Oh, shut the fuck up, dumbass. You got to be thinking like 10 years ahead. Honestly, things happen slower than you would think, even though things happen fast. It's a really weird phenomenon that I'm learning in life still. But things happen slow and fast at the same time. Every day, bro, you gotta be planting seeds for future you at any given age, at any given time. Yeah, the other thing about the mindset is just things happen slowly but fast at the same time. I don't really know how to move forward with this one yet. I'm figuring it out myself. When you're going through it, bro, it's slow. It feels like forever. You're just stuck right here right now. When you're going through it, it goes slow as hell. But then, yeah, whenever you look back on it, it's just fast. I don't know what to make of that yet. Basically, it's just that, you know, stay patient, but be urgent. Be urgent with the things that you do, and then be patient with the results that come, is essentially what it is. And that's how you should kind of look at it. So move with some fucking urgency. Take control of your life so that you can build a better future for yourself, is essentially the fucking thing here. Again, this is all things that I wish 20-year-old me would have understood, right? It's not just that what I would have told him, is what I wish he would have understood to this capacity, okay? And I hope some of this just breaks through to you, just hearing one or two things, and it's just like kind of shifts something in your brain. I hope I can do that for you today. Shit, that's all I got. I hope that you, in return, can wish me some good health and good luck on my endeavors at 27 here and moving forward. And I'd like to wish you good luck and good health on the rest of your year and your endeavors this year. Yeah, I hope to see you around some more. I'm gonna be uploading a lot of videos this year. All of it is in hopes of creating a better life for you and I. So yeah, if you like the vibe here, then I invite you to come back, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have a lot more for you. I'll see you around. Much love and peace out, man.